What is up, everyone, and welcome to the last SlabStox Sundays episode of 2023. My name is Aaron, your host, joined by Julian to end this year off. Julian, thanks so much for coming tonight to this New Year's Eve special as the Packers are destroying the Vikings. I hope that holds in the second half. How's it going?
I know you're pretty excited. I'm doing well. Aaron threatened to fire me if I didn't come to this. No, I'm just joking. I'm happy to be here. Last stream of 2023, gone by kind of quick, but excited for 2024.
Absolutely, man. And oh my gosh, we just got to start off talking about it, man. We got some people in the house actually on this New Year's Eve night. I hope that Tony, SCP7, DJ Quicksilver, Kevin, Big John, Real Music are all doing well. But holy cow, it's at 38K, the Brady. This Tom Brady Bowman draft gold auto out of 50 PSA 10, $38,000 current bid right now. This thing was at 18 grand like 10 minutes ago when we opened up this stream. 18 grand, it's at 38K with 9 minutes left. This is a PSA 10 copy from the Expos card from the Bowman draft release that happened a few weeks ago. And I think it's the first PSA 10 copy we're seeing sell any color from the Brady release, which is either gold, orange, red, or super factor. So pretty crazy card right there. Interested to see if it'll go for over 50K. Let us know in the comments. You think it'll go for over 50K or not? I mean, with buyer's premium, it's already almost at 50K. Honestly, it's probably like 45 right now or something like that. But wow, man,
bonkers. Like, what do you like? I want to see where this goes because I'm like, what is a super fragment gonna hit? Because like I thought it was a big card, but this is like, or like the gold 12 out of 50.
The gold 12 out of 50 is definitely like a $100,000 plus card. If this is already at like 50K for a PSA 10, you know, like that's just insane. Yeah, Real Music said 50 burgers crazy. It is crazy.
Do you think it's sustainable? Yeah, like this, like SPC7's.
He's saying many are predicting the Brady Chrome draft will fall in prices in a year. What do you think? I mean, here's the deal. Any of the non-autos, I think, are very susceptible to falling in price, especially the non-numbered ones, especially ones like Alpha 199. Anything that's like above probably like 50 to 25, even those might fall in price in non-autos. I think the autos, though, I mean, you're talking, what is that? That's 80 or 81 total autos of Tom Brady from the release. And like, you know, maybe they do it again in the future, but like, I know he's got autographs in different Panini sets with football, but it's not for me. I'm not trying to justify as if like I go and buy this card right now. I'm just saying I could see people continuously buy this as there's only 81 copies of it. And there's probably some very high-end buyers that more than any one of them that would like to fight to keep on getting these, I think at least. So maybe they're not as expensive as they are right now. Generally, hype is good to capitalize on when it's there, but I don't think it's going to be like a 80% drop in price or something like that. Maybe 20% at most type of thing. That's my opinion. What about you, Julian?
Yeah, I agree. I think just the auto, like, I think it's a sick card. Am I going to pay that much? Obviously not, but I don't think it's as susceptible to dropping, like you said, unlike the non-autos, which are, I can't explain some of those prices, but
yeah, like $1,000 for a refractor, short print, thing or more, or whatever it is.
I just think the worst thing that can happen is next year Topps does something very similar and then signs it. Obviously it's the first year they're doing this, but I think that should be one and done. And yeah, just like Real Music's comment.
Yeah, I mean, he says depends on how much he's going to sign over the next few years, and like I can guarantee you, Tom Brady is not cheap to get to sign cards. And there's a reason why there was no base autographs in this set and only 81 total color autos. It's not cheap. So I don't know if they do it again. If they do it again, I imagine it wouldn't be at a very big capacity either. I hope that they don't do it again because I think that like one time was cool to do this, but like how many more times can you play off a guy that didn't play in the MLB? You know, like I think this was a good go at it to definitely gather some interest in Bowman draft and just to do something different and unique. I mean, everyone have their opinions on the prices, but you can't deny it was a unique thing that they did with the Bowman draft release. Yeah, we'll see. I think the autos will hold. I mean, they're all on card autos. SCP. Every single autograph of Brady is on card in that set. 2 of them have inscriptions. The orange is 12 out of 50 and the gold 12 out of 50, and then the superfractor did not have an inscription. But we got a fun episode for tonight, digressing from this Tom Brady gold auto. Of course, we've got my last shot at winning guessing the right person for the giveaway. So we might have the best odds of the year, depending on how many people come here on New Year's Eve night.
We should have an asterisk next to it if you do.
depending on the amount of people. All right. And then I don't want to get robbed if there's like 20 people in that game giveaway. And then on top of that, we're going to be doing some recap of 2023. We're going to be giving our 5 favorite cards that landed on PWCC Weekly Auction 2023. That's like caveat that, there was like, take, what is it, like 15,000 cards at end of auction, multiplied by 52. That's a lot of cards. We tried to find some things that we like throughout the year that we're going to share tonight that we could remember from doing these lives week in and week out. And then I'm going to also share my steal of the year and then my favorite sale of the year. So we definitely have a fun episode coming ahead tonight. And on top of that, you've got the same old content, not same old, but the same fun content where we cover the auction total, talk about the cards, talk about the sales, talk about why cards are selling as they are. Julian
Daniel Jones,
with another Daniel Jones to end the year, man. People, I guess maybe there was just someone that had like 10 of these things and they're selling them throughout his injured period. I don't know. Or we can talk about how Jordan Love is looking awesome. But also, this is green black snakeskin. I love Jordan Love. Would not spend $1,500 on a green black snakeskin select rookie. Yeah, I'm pumped for this episode. So I think what we're going to do to start her off here is Julie and I are just going to go back and forth one after another and give you our 5 favorites of the year. And then I'm going to go into the steal of the year on the auction, in my opinion. And that, remember, caveat, can't look at every single sale. Literally would take me like 3 weeks. And then 3 weeks straight, no sleep. And then also I'm going to give my favorite sale of the year. So Julian, why don't you lead us off and then we'll cover the auction and what's selling after the fact. But lead us off with what your first one is and I'll try to pull it up.
Yeah, we'll start with the highest sale that I chose, which was the Pierre Gasly 1/1 zipper patch auto that sold for. Both of us were very surprised at how big this sale was. I love Pierre Gasly. Aaron obviously loves Pierre Gasly. I was actually like, oh, this is a cool card, but I'll start and see if anything's going to happen, if it's kind of low. And it just absolutely blew away my expectations. Super sweet card. What I like, some of the other 1/1s I like a little bit better, but I still think it's super sweet. And it's the 1/1, obviously. But yeah, that card is so sweet and kind of shows that some of the super rare stuff, F1 is the market's still holding pretty strong. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I would have loved if they had one of these with just the French flag straight in the center of the card. I know there's a French flag that might get split in half in some of the glove patches. He might not actually have one though. I know that not every driver does. I don't remember seeing one yet. But if they did put a French flag right in the middle, that would have been really cool. And honestly, you're right, Julie. If this was like chilling around $2,000, I actually was thinking like, hey, is it worth making a play on? But no, would not even close. Didn't even have a chance. $7,500 was a very nice sale for that card. So congrats to the seller and congrats to the buyer for getting an awesome Pierre Gasly card, gotta say.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my Christmas present next year is going to be your Pierre Gasly 1/1.
Talk to me about F1 next year. What are you looking forward to? And maybe what are you hoping is different than this past year?
I am hopefully looking forward to some competition with Max Verstappen. I'm also very excited about McLaren, which is my favorite team. Had a big turnaround last season after starting off really, really poor. I think that they're just going to use that momentum into the next year. But my biggest hope is some more competitive races, just because more so than the year prior, which was still like Verstappen dominating, is we're getting up and watching these races, and it's more so us watching to see who finishes like second, third, maybe lower than that. But yeah, I'm hoping Red Bull sucks. No offense to any Red Bull fans, but see another team maybe make a run at it and consistently do well. Yeah, that's the dream. And I wouldn't mind some Logan Sargent points just as an American because he's getting another run at it.
Yeah, funny enough, there's actually a pretty cool Logan Sargent card anytime in the auction, which I didn't really think there was any yet, but we'll go take a peek at it as the auction starts to close. So,
well, you got to answer that now too, Aaron. Oh yeah, there you go. You're right too.
Oh, what I'm looking forward to for this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I had to. Unless you said that, I just missed it.
No. I didn't want to hear you.
I think I'm looking forward to seeing if Alpine can do something different than last year. Obviously, as Julian said, big Gasly fan, and I heard from my brother, so not sure where he read this, but supposedly Alpine did underspent the budget cap by double-digit millions. Which, if there's a budget cap, why are you not hitting the budget cap? You're an F1 team, you make a ton of money. Why are you not hitting the budget cap? So if that's true, I don't really understand that, unless they were going for like 2024 development really early on, which is possible. They could have seen that like, hey, we're not up to the top 4 teams this year. Like, let's stop spending this year and start investing next year, like right away. It's possible. I hope that's what it is, so I can have a good season watching. And then also, man, I really hope we get like new race winner every single week. Like, I think that's what all F1 fans want, to get back to like, lots of excitement week in, week out. I still watched all the races this year, but no question it's more exciting when there's a new winner, every other week. So Kevin wants to see Yuki finish top 10 in points. And what's up, Peg Junk? Thanks for joining our last stream of the year.
Yeah, I'd say, just going off of Kevin's point, I'd say worst case scenario is AlphaTauri, which I think they're renaming Racing Bulls.
That's so stupid, by the way.
Just
go back to
Toro Rosso.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead.
Yeah, I like that name. But worst case scenario is Racing Bulls, AlphaTauri, whatever it is. They're starting to adapt like this year's Red Bull car. If it's just Red Bull 1-2, Racing Bulls 3-4, dude, I'm just gonna lose my mind.
Dude, I'd be so down bad too as a Gasly fan if like they allowed that to happen like after he leaves. Like we're all right. Moving on. So I'm gonna share my first card. Let's see here. I'm probably going to go with the one that sold the furthest ago, because I think some of these are a little bit more recent sales. Let's see here. I think it tells me each one when it sold. I don't know which one sold before the other, but I'll just flip to this. I just roll with my boy Jordan Love tonight, okay? I had to get a Jordan Love card in here. I finally have a Jordan Love autograph rookie, for those wondering. I know if you watch SlabStox Sundays for the last 2 years, there's a point to where we were bidding on like 10 Jordan Loves a week when Rogers was starting last season. End up winning none of them here. I do have a cool one, Elements Metal Auto number 55 or whatever it is. Super cool looking card. But I love this Optic Gold Rookie Auto number 10 PSA 9. I know it sold for around 4.5K. I don't know why this didn't log me in here, but it was around a $4.5 thousand sale, I believe. Yeah, 4.5K back in July. So that's before the season started. Would I pay that today? Probably not, just because I think 4K is a lot for any quarterback that has got one season under their belt, no matter how good they look. Honestly, I am like very, very, very excited about Love, and probably more optimistic than the general NFL fan base, to say the least, as a Packers fan. But I think like to spend 4.5K, it is pretty. You got to have a guy that's like at least 2 years into doing their thing. Like I'd be confident spending over $1,000 on Love next year. I do like spending 150 to 200 right now, knowing that we got a really talented player that hopefully his coaching staff and defense helps lift him up. But man, just sick card though. Gold color match, on card auto. Normally when you get short signatures that have initials, they're kind of lame signatures, but I gotta love this signature. He's got the J with the heart. J Love. I mean, that's just an awesome signature. Not much else to say there. What's up, HPC? That is Henry right there. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the other night, and hope you're enjoying your New Year's Eve. All right. Any comments on this? Actually, I want you to throw out your comment, because we were texting about Jordan Love before the stream. Throw out your comment about like Brock Purdy and stuff, because I think it's interesting for people to think about when buying cards and kind of having, pumping the brakes on like dropping major coin too fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already super skeptical about putting a lot of money into NFL quarterbacks, but when you're talking about guys like Jordan Love, and I made the point of Brock Purdy, where he had a fantastic season last year when he came as a starter, but I was still like skeptical. I wasn't putting any money into him because it's a new season. People have tape on you. What really matters is if you can keep it up in year 2. And I think that's going to be the big question for Jordan Love. But I have definitely been impressed by him, considering, I was a little bit of a hater beforehand because I didn't understand that Packers draft pick, but obviously sitting behind Aaron Rodgers did something, and he's got a little something special. So I would definitely be like you said, waiting till year 2 to see if he can keep it up. But hopefully for the Packers, it only goes up, because they've got a super young team, and they've been performing half decent for a good bit now. So
yeah, that's a surprise. I mean, don't get me wrong. We had 2 really bad weeks against the Giants and the Buccaneers. That was atrocious, but the defense was terrible. The thing about the Packers is that Christian Watson's missed like 70% of the games and has looked terrible in all of them except for one. And then Luke Musgrave, tight end number 1, has been out for the past like 4 weeks. Aaron Jones missed like over half the season. The defense has been terrible. Like there's been a lot of cards stacked against Love. So to see the poise right now in the first year and like just kind of like block out all the talk and just do your thing, especially after having a really bad 3 weeks, like towards the start of the season, where you had like 5 interceptions in 3 games. He's done 1 interception since then. I think like 13 or 14 touchdowns now since then. So it's been a crazy ride. And I'm really excited about that. And for those of you who are watching the game or are interested in the game, Nick Mullins just replaced Jaron Hall. So that's another thing that actually relates to cards, because how many times have you seen backup quarterback gets named starting quarterback? Tons of eBay sales, tons of sales here on PWCC, just like sales everywhere, these cards, right? That like people are trying to bet on these backups. Well, Jaron Hall, after 1/2, has now been yanked because he only completed like 3 passes and was absolutely atrocious. Now, Nick Mullins is also a turnover machine, but he does actually give him more of a chance. They almost beat the
Come
Lions
on,
last week.
Pastronaut, bro. I don't know what the Pastronaut needs to do to get back in. I want to see it.
No, bro, they passed him by a while ago. It'd be kind of funny though if Nick Mullins throws like an interception here, then they go to Josh Dobbs to try to bring him in to see if he can do anything. But it's a 20-point game right now, and we'll see. I mean, Nick Mullins, he slings the rock. He threw for 400 yards last week, and then gets benched this week. But he did have like 3 interceptions in the game, losing interception.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to JB Collects USA. Also, good to see you.
Yeah, I would just like to say, very early on when I knew Trey Lance was getting traded, I was like, Minnesota is where they should be trying to get him. And if I was the Minnesota GM, they'd be looking a little bit better right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like Kirk is impressive. Like I think for what he was doing, his age, his stats he's putting up, all that stuff. He never really had them getting too deep in the playoffs, but like not every quarterback can put up those numbers and everything like that. Oh my gosh, and they definitely needed to make a move that maybe was a little bit more on the youth side. Like that could be like maybe their future starter too, because now they're probably gonna have to try to do that in the draft while not getting one of the top 2 quarterbacks, or maybe they have to wait until next year's draft. I don't know what it is. Like they're kind of in a rock and a hard place right now, with Cousins coming off an Achilles injury. Although I think he will come back. I guess it just depends on how he looks after that.
Yeah, I think they'll run with him, and I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Yep.
He ain't no Aaron Rodgers though. He ain't on that treatment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he. I'm not even a crazy Aaron Rodgers fan. I respect what he did for us. I respect how good he was and everything like that. But like that just would have been absolutely idiotic to come back and play with how bad the offensive line was and everything. It just would have made no sense. So I'm glad he didn't, for his future career alone. All right. And yeah, Peg Jung says, so I live in the Bay Area and the pretty hype is so real and the market price is all whack. Any tips for buying in region stars? That's a tough one, Peg Jung, especially when you're a fan of like a giant fan base and team like that, like Julian is, where like, there's people out there spending money on Niners cards when you have a superstar, when you have a quarterback that comes in and leads your team to, a potential Super Bowl like that. And they honestly, like Julian, I don't know about you, but y'all probably would have made the Super Bowl last year if Purdy didn't get hurt. So like, I think that like there's a balance between like, there's an overhype point, but there's also like hey, this guy might be a 49er for a long time. So like you shouldn't expect these prices to settle as long as he keeps on playing, well, and the 49ers keep on contending. Now, if that changes in the next season, which I don't think it will, then maybe that's a different story.
Yeah, I agree. I am if it's not for the PC, I'm even more conservative with my purchases for my favorite teams, because I know I have sometimes I let the emotions get ahead of me and I'll buy a card for too much, but
you don't have to tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm always the telling Aaron he's gotta chill out.
Now, to be fair, I kept on buying Mudryk through his massive market dip, and I actually might work out in some small capacity because his cards are heating up again because he's playing well. But let's jump into your next card, Julian. What do you got? Next card.
I got a super sweet Cristiano Ronaldo 2017 Immaculate. Dude, with the Nike swoosh.
Big fan of this one. I remember.
What were you saying? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember when this one ended.
Yeah. I was in my head, I said there's a super sick Ronaldo card that had the super sick patch. So that was like what I looked up right away. Because I kind of remembered it. But I mean, I'm a big Ronaldo fan. This card, if it sold today, would probably be nowhere close to $5,000, I don't think, just because of how much his stuff is tanked. But
do you remember when this sold when you were looking?
It was July.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it probably would be less.
Yeah. Maybe not a ton less, but a little bit less. But I mean, I such a sweet card. 2017 Immaculate, any of those 2017, 2016, 2015 like cards.
They used to make
match worn shoe.
Yeah, they used to make such nice cards, man. And that goes for more than just soccer. It goes for basketball, for football. I just really think once COVID hit and Panini, they just started to try to do way too much, overpriced products. Like I was not a Panini hater until the last 3 years, really. Like I love this immaculate release. I used to have so many immaculate soccer cards. I still have some.
Yeah.
But like the
Immaculate,
newer
flawless, like early years, just
yeah,
so nice.
and even like the earlier select stuff was awesome, and then they just start to way overdo it, and they've done it in every sport, and then they've overpriced all the products, and it's just like it's very deflating as a collector to see that. So it just turns you off, really. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna switch it up. I could go back to soccer because I have a soccer card pick too. But I'm going to go to baseball at this. I had a really hard time picking a baseball card, honestly. I was going between Dynasty patch autographs. There were some nice ones that sold. There's actually a really nice Tatis 2019 rookie patch auto that had that San Diego Padres logo patch on it. But I'm like, I can't put Tatis as my favorite baseball card of the year. Then I was looking at Christian Yelich cards. I'm like, that's just a cop-out going for Christian Yelich. Like, no one else really wants to see that.
I'd like to say I have a guess for this, but you can go ahead.
No, let's hear it. Why not?
I was gonna guess there was a Jackson Churio orange.
Oh no, it's not that.
Is it a Jackson Churio? Oh no,
it's not. It's the Ken Griffey Jr. the mint card. Tops the mint
sweet card.
I don't even know how they released this set. I don't even think it was a like full card release, unless it was. I don't know. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. But this card right here is one of the most beautiful designs I've seen, with one of the best autographs in all of sports. I actually think I like Ken Griffey Jr.'s autograph the most of any single player. It's perfect every time. And it's got such a broad signature. To be that perfect every time is insane. And the card just looks unreal. I know there's a Robin Yount this card too. I really want to try to get it. So maybe I'll try to find one of these days. But yeah, this Ken Griffey Jr. definitely is one of, if not my favorite baseball card at the end of this year here. I try to look up some other ones. There, like I said, some nice Dynasty patch autographs. I love Dynasty, but this is just unbelievable card in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the design is super sweet, and there's a fine line with certain colors and like especially changing the player, like the color of the player and messing around with that. But this one just fits perfectly.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree with you. I mean, we've seen it in a couple other releases where it just doesn't really look that good, but this card just works so well together, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I just got word that Jaden Reed is questionable to return after an electric first half, which is disappointing. So hopefully he's healthy. Otherwise, the Packers just can't get away from injuries. All right, go ahead. What's the next one?
Chelsea and the Packers is like that emoji shaking hands.
Seriously, it is. It's that meme of those two hands locking together.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going down in terms of value.
Okay.
There's this might be a shocker one. I don't. Aaron definitely didn't see this one coming, but there was a Muhammad Ali 2000 upper deck, part of his trunks.
I remember you were all over this one when it was happening. And then when you sent it to me, it reminded me like how much you liked it.
Yeah, so I am quite a big boxing fan. I'm not huge, like super huge, like I know everybody, but I think Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest athletes of all time. Anytime you can get your hands on something where it's like within a fight, like used, that's just like, I think this is still cheap for 5,400 for Muhammad Ali. Stuff like this never really pops up. So I do remember when this came into the auction, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's a really, really cool card. I actually think that there's a PSA 10 version that also sold here this year. I don't know if you saw that, but I felt like there's a PSA 10 that did like 20 grand or something like that.
I don't know that. I don't think that was in the weekly.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was in the premiere or something like that. But either way, it's a sick card. A GOAT. He can't have that many pack issued on card autographs, at least unless I'm thinking crazy here. But I feel like that he doesn't have that many. So just quite an awesome card here. Julian, what's like do you have like a favorite boxer all time? Like even maybe one more recently that you've watched in actual fights now?
Yeah, I mean, recently, so I got into boxing probably like 3 years ago. So I've been watching a bit since then, but Canelo, I just love watching him. He literally like, so when he's fighting the other people, it's like it's slow motion for him. It's just like effortlessly, like they're missing their punches. And he's the type of fighter who he steps up and will fight anybody. He doesn't cherry pick his fights like a lot of fighters. Yeah, so I really like Canelo. I'll throw the Gypsy King in there too, Tyson Fury, who's like this not even 6, he might be 7 feet tall, monster looking dude who, like, if you looked at him on the street, you would be like, there's no way this dude is one of the best boxers in the world, and he just cracks me up. So he's a shout as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not crazy into boxing, but I have definitely looked up Canelo Alvarez highlights on YouTube many times before because he's very fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right, next up for me, let's see here. Where do I go?
We got Dan commented that the Griffey's up on eBay right now, 1.2K.
Interesting. It's just such a beautiful card.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go here. You already did an F1, and I had an F1 pin too. So I was gonna go with the Pierre Gasly, and then I decided to go with the Ferrari, the dual Ferrari logo, 1/1 patch autograph of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz right there. Obviously not the best year for Ferrari, but not really many teams can claim a great year other than Red Bull. And this one I think sold maybe a couple times, somewhere around the 10K range once. It's just a crazy cool card. Honestly, I think that this might be the second time they appear in our duel together. I think it is. 2021, they had their first one, but you don't really see. I've seen the Leclerc one with the Ferrari logo from 2020, which is one of the best 2020 Dynasty cards that there is, in my opinion. But this one with the double pony on that is pretty sick, man. It's hard to beat that. That has to be one of my top 5 cards that sold here this year. I'm not sure how I would take it off this list. It's just incredible. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get the 2 Ferraris like on the same card, or even just one Ferrari patch, it's so nice. Reminds me of a certain card that I would give part of my arm away for, but very similar. So
is it the Leclerc solo one?
The Vettel,
right.
Dude, oh my gosh, I am like, McLaren's my team, but I would give anything for that card.
You're acting like you're Aaron Rodgers, so you'll get part of your arm from it, like the arm will do something.
my firstborn child.
That's right. That's what you said.
I think that's what I said originally. My firstborn child, like what's the like story where that happens, like the fairy tale or whatever. Rumpelstiltskin.
All right,
right?
That's all you. I'm not sure.
I think.
All right, you're up next.
Okay. Now this is something Aaron probably would have predicted that maybe it would come up, but I'm a big Marvel guy. Daredevil's my guy. The Daredevil 2013 PMG green out of 10.
I mean, that's a Grail, right? Like that's a Grail Daredevil card.
Yes. Grail card for sure. I think this card sold twice. So it sold first in April and then again in June, and just kind of showed the huge drop because Marvel stuff popped off, as many people know. But that 2013 year Daredevil cards, one of these days I'm going to get one of them, and out of 10 just hits different. And I'm super excited for the Daredevil TV show that's coming out soon. They're bringing him back.
So it wasn't already a TV show. So is this a continuation on like what it was, or?
It's like in between. So it's kind of like they're starting over, but not completely. So like there's a ton of the same actors, but then they're also bringing in new actors. So I'm not completely sure what that's going to look like. I'm just hoping that Marvel doesn't like completely take away the tone of the original one, because the original one was like pretty brutal and kind of dark, because like that's what Daredevil is. If they start throwing in like cheesy jokes and like terrible CGI, I'm going to break my screen.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan, so yeah, let me know how that goes.
I will. Have you watched the original, like the series?
No, I know how much you like it though.
Disappointment, but it's 100 times better than Stranger Things. Even though I've never watched
that.
Stranger Things.
I was gonna say both you and I can hold that over each other's heads that we haven't seen it each other's show. All right, I'm gonna throw my next one out. I'm gonna go with this just because it sold extremely recently, so I don't want to pick the most recent one to go last. But
oh yes, this pops in my head too.
Yeah, I got the Messi soul of the game, flawless. It is a PSA 7, but man, I gotta say, if I could pick one modern soccer card to have for let's just say the rest of my life, it's this card. Maybe not, if I can find a golden like a 9 or 10, I'll probably pick that instead. But I just am obsessed with this card. It's a match worn, boot. And Messi in Barcelona hits different. I mean, I know he just won the World Cup with Argentina, but like, his prime is right here. And it's just an incredible card. It sold for, I think it was 18.6K. That was just last week, actually. So, yeah, man, it's an amazing card. I love that one so much. And I don't know, maybe someday I'll be able to acquire that. The ones without the relics are cool. I would definitely take any flawless on card Messi auto if I could. But I just think like getting a relic in there. There's so few match use relic autos from like this time period that like just big, just like the Ronaldo you showed. Like this is huge.
Yeah, and that's where the magic happened. His boot. So like,
exactly, man.
There it is.
I mean, I think like you get like a cleat of like NFL player, like a glove. It's like, all right, like if you have a Odell Beckham Jr. game worn glove from when he had the catch, like different story, but normally it's not stuff like that. Normally it's like random pieces of scrap for Panini that they put in there. Like that's totally different story right there with that Messi.
Yeah.
All right, last one for you.
Last one. Gotta shout out my boy Kobe White. This card sold for $192, which now at the time is an absolute steal. I obviously most people like the vertical RPAs the best, but this one with the patch, which is part of the Bulls logo, is just like the Bulls lettering. It's just perfection. The Tommy DeVito Tommy DeVito. I said Danny DeVito. I made me rethink that again. I said Danny DeVito the other day. Tommy DeVito, the little.
I love me some Danny DeVito. Dude's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, Kobe White is an absolute dog. This year we've seen what his true potential could be. He is like Real Music said, most improved. He's had the biggest points jump out of anybody this season. Last year I was very disappointed with him. I think he was averaging like 9 points a game.
Yeah, he had a tough year last year, man.
Yeah, and now he's like, since Zach LaVine's been out, you rarely see him score under 20 points. So I love Kobe White, his attitude, his energy, everything he brings to our team. And I know Aaron likes him too.
I do, even though he's on the Bulls, but I'm not like a Bulls hater by any means. I just like to say because Julian's a big Bulls fan. No, I think Kobe White's awesome to watch. I mean, I saw him play the Bucks live, and it's a type of game like where like dude just goes off. And you can only respect what he's doing. Like I think when I saw the Warriors come and play the Wolves one time, like Klay Thompson dropped like 40, and like you just gotta respect greatness. And I'm not saying that White is like a goat by any means, but like he was great that game, and he seems like an awesome kid too. I know Julian says he's funny and stuff still to this day. I remember at UNC, he seemed like a great kid. So happy to see him doing well.
Yeah. And I would say this is very similar to your Jordan Love situation where I should have bought some of these cards. Like this stuff was so cheap because of his like reduced role, and his market had dropped so much. So that's the one that I'm like kicking myself for.
And Julian, I actually looked it up because I wanted to see, and these things. So you said was like 190 or whatever.
Yeah, 192 July 30th.
So they just about doubled since then, up until now.
Yeah,
which is impressive. All right, my last one is actually another basketball card. I'll end up with a basketball one too, and it is this Giannis 2014 Flawless Gold Patch Autograph number 1095. Because I used to own this card, and I gotta say it's my favorite Giannis card I ever owned. I'm gonna let it go at a time where it made sense to let it go, but kind of wish I might have snagged it again here. I think it's ended like 3 weeks ago or so. I just absolutely love this card. I remember posting it on the Inside Pfizer forum. I posted a picture. I had a picture all ready to go for if we won the finals. I was at game 6, and I posted it Instagram right away and just said, Giannis, I love you, or whatever. And I didn't say that exactly. I just said like Giannis is the Milwaukee GOAT or something like that. And just great card. So congrats to whoever has it. Very happy to see. Hopefully someone is happy with it in their collection. But from the sales standpoint, it's a good thing I sold it. But I'm a collector at heart, and I do miss cards I don't have to this day, and I'm happy I have cards I have to this day too. Okie dokie. So that is our top 10 from this year. Obviously, that's objective. That's subjective.
It is objective,
in our opinion, and that can change, based on which cards you're looking at, which days, or whatever it might be. And there's 6 minutes left until extended bidding round 2 starts, which is on a 5-minute windows after that. So what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to share 2 cards really quick before we move on to the actual auction ending tonight. Biggest steal of the year. I remember when this card sold, I was like, man, kind of low for a Superfractor autograph. Feel like I should grab it, especially considering he didn't have any Panini autos coming out. Sold for $1,680, a Superfractor variation CJ Stroud auto on April 23rd here, raw. Pretty soon before the draft. I think that's a few days before the draft. I'd estimate that this, I actually think it did sell one more time after that. I know it sold for $3,000. I just don't know when that was. Let's see here. It sold for $3K. Actually, it sold for $3K like 9 days ago. I thought it'd sell for more than that now. I thought it'd be closer to $5K. Maybe it's closer to $5K before he got the concussion and sat for 3 weeks. His cards were insanely hot at that time. But yeah, either way, I think that's one of the best deals of the year. And then my favorite sale of the year is actually Ms. Gavin Williams that sold for $2,000 because this was donated by Jimbo Cards on Instagram, but extremely nice guy who works for Kentucky Roadshow. I've known him for years now. He donated this to Camp Kesem out of the goodness of his heart because this was his first Superfractor he ever pulled. He wanted to help out kids and sold for $2,000 on our Kesem through our Kesem charity auction. So really an amazing sale right there. And cannot thank Jimbo enough for that. And oh my gosh, Love just threw another touchdown.
I was gonna, yeah.
And it goes down as my favorite sale of the year because that, love Camp Kesem, love the Camp Kesem kids. And, getting kids to camp for a week for free. His parents have cancer. There's nothing better throughout the year than that. Doing that in July and in June and July into August. So awesome sale. Big thanks to Jimbo for that. That's my highlight of the year here on the PWCC Weekly Auction is that right there. So there we go. That's our little yearly recap. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. And we got practice squad players catching touchdowns from Jordan Love here against the Vikings in Minnesota. It's going to be 30-3 here as long as he doesn't miss this thing again. But all right, how about we jump in here to cover the auction for tonight? Julian, anything just stuck out to you in tonight's auction that, I don't know, that you're looking at? Because I know we just did everything from during the year.
Well, I know that Brady just absolutely I had that one I was watching that one and it absolutely exploded. But
how about Cade Cunningham, PSA 10 green right here from was that like the choice set or whatever? They just broke their losing streak though last night by 2 points to like a Raptors team that was all injured, I think.
Yeah. So this is the funniest thing is I'm like, could the Raptors not have waited a day to trade OG? Like, like you don't want to be that team, dude. Like they lost to the Pistons.
Be that team, and they didn't even get like Barrett and quickly in to help them. Not great timing on that front. Not great at all.
Definitely not.
I don't know if there's any Yankees fans in the house right now, but I know that Volpe struggled offensively outside of home runs and stolen bases this year. He's a great defender at shortstop, but this just like feels kind of low for a true blue auto of at one point a top 3 prospect in baseball and who will, presumably be the shortstop of the future for the Yankees. Now I understand that, kind of has to prove it in year 2 to really warrant this value. And actually this is higher than what it was in October. So that's actually shocking to me too. But yeah, I just feel like that if he can find that average and find the on base that, his cards could do extremely well in year 2, but then again, he might not. And then they might slide further. Super cool Revolution Galactic of Messi there. There's not many Revolution cards from around that time because they only made one set up until like 2020. They started making Revolution again. And there's a Stargazing Galactic of both Messi and Ronaldo. I actually owned a Ronaldo PSA 10 at one point.
Those Galactics, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. The best subset in all of basketball cards is right here, the Trae Young Sneaker Spotlight, which has got the ice, the snowflake emoji on it for Ice Tray, which is awesome. I used to want to own this card. I used to be like a step away from owning a Shea like 3 different times, which I'm sure is like a $4,000 card now, or maybe $3,000 card, $2,000 card. And I did own a Luka Doncic at one point, which I bought and then sold pretty soon after that during extremely hot COVID market times. But yeah, I love those sneaker spotlight cards. I just will always love them, no matter even the new sets are released. Have you ever heard of Lux basketball, Julian?
I think vaguely, yeah.
So they only released it, I think, 1 year in 2015, which is, Booker, Towns, Jokic year. So there's some super nice Jokic rookie autographs out of this set.
Kind of seems like a gold frame.
It is a gold frame. It's supposed to be like a high-end type of thing. It's a deluxe insert right there. Just an absolutely incredible looking set, all signed in like that silver ink type of stuff. Just a really, really cool set. And there's only 14 seconds left until the next window. So I hope that there's not something that I was trying to bid on and then forgot about. I'm at the bottom of the list here to see if I'm going to quickly miss out on something. Dude, James Winston.
We can't forget about the giveaway, too. I'm the giveaway guy.
Oh, that's right. You are the giveaway guy. Dang, I missed out on Oscar Colas. It's a Mason Crosby patch ending tonight. Oh, wow. I should have been on those Bowman Sterling cards for giveaways. Those were good deals. Here's the Logan Sargent card I was talking about too, Julian. I didn't know that they actually included I didn't really realize this was the 2023 release. This the thing that released in Italy or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was 2022.
Yeah, so did I, but they don't really have a rookie logo on it. So it's kind of an interesting card. It's numbered out of 75, but honestly, it's not a bad price for like a first.
It's a cool looking card.
Hey, Varden, that's your James Cook. I saw that. They had like triple patches in there or whatever. That's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet card. Wait, are all these showing sold? There's no way that all these sold, right?
Wait, go down. What did the PMG of X-Fine Miles Morales go for?
300.
Oh,
I see what happened here. All those did sell, but I have to go back to page 1 to get back to what's active still. I cannot believe we're winning 30-3.
Barden, shout out. He pulled it.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Vikings are choking, dude.
Man, I cannot believe 30-3. That's awesome. That's just, that's like.
Wait, but like, the odds of you making the playoffs are pretty small, or?
No, dude, it's winning in. It's win this game, win next game, and we're in. Because the Seahawks lost today, we controlled our own destiny. That's all.
Wait, it's win this game, and then you have to win again.
Yeah, beat the Bears though. But Bears are hot right now. I'm not gonna lie, Bears are hot. Also, where's this Jordan Love auto that's ending tonight? There's a Jordan Love auto in here. I swear, if I missed it, I probably did. There's a James Cook at 220. Shout out to Varden. I think I missed this Love, and I'm gonna be kicking myself if this sold for like. Oh my, dude, the Brady ended at 45,600. Insane run. Just an insane run of that. It didn't hit 50. It probably ended at that, whatever that last bid was, but $45,600 in the Brady.
That's insane.
Did you see Anthony Edwards' last game? I think he dropped like 40-some points. Do you see that jab step, like pull up, Jay? That thing was absolutely filthy.
So clean.
Dude.
Oh, that's a sweet card.
Yeah, I know I missed it. It's an NT auto, $288.
Snooze, you lose.
It is a PSA 8, so like I don't know if it should be worth more than that, but at the same time, it's like we're late to end the year with that. Yeah, I was doing too much content here for everyone, talking about other cards.
Content comes first.
Content eats first.
That's what I was. Yeah, content eats first.
But giveaways cannot be forgotten about too. So I kind of want to give away this Odell Beckham and the year of the cool giveaway. Look at this thing. It's called Top Scrum Diamond. It's of the catch. I mentioned it tonight. Probably
Did you see Odell's catch today?
I heard he had a good one.
Dude, it was kind of some flashes of the old OBJ.
I didn't see that though. I wish I did.
It was nice.
Dude, I used to be
that catch.
I used to be a huge Odell Beckham fan, like very big Odell Beckham fan. Like I drafted him every single year in fantasy for like 4 straight years, probably, and eventually just turned out terribly when he got injured a couple of those years or whatever.
Yeah. I drafted him the last year he was on the Browns, and then from there I was like never taking him again.
Yeah. I think I might draft him 1 year on the Browns. Yeah, I kind of want to stack some of these Oscar Colases. Rose Gold already sold, number 15 for way too cheap that I wish I bid on, but there's a couple nice ones here. And I grabbed something the other week of him. These are prospect autos, they're not rookie autos, but they're still cool. Also, shout out, I believe this is Lauren Taylor that did this Project 70 card. I gotta assume so, right? Yeah, it is. Shout out Lauren Taylor. Met her at the National this past year, maybe the Atlantic City one. Extremely nice lady who does some incredible artwork. They turned this into a Project 70 card. I actually really want this card. I'm not gonna lie. It's a super sick looking Otani though. It's beautiful. Drop a bid. Why not?
There we go.
I actually want that one. So if I win, I'm keeping that. We'll give away the OBJ if we can get that. It's a nice card too. I don't know. This is a sick card, but insert autographs from like these kind of not the main sets. Sometimes I don't really know if they're worth going after, but it's a black atomic for 30. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these. He's like 21 years old. He's talented. He might end up turning out to be solid. I don't remember what I bought last week. I think it was maybe it was 2 weeks ago, but it was one of those colossus. Drop this one too. Let's see if this ends up being a 40-3 game by then. I don't know if you remember. Well, you probably didn't because it's like, oh no. That's the one I want. I forgot. Oh my god.
What is that? A Bijan?
Oh, it's Xavier Worthy.
Oh.
No. Sold for $50.
Oh.
I was like, there's a card I really want at the bottom of this list. I was too busy looking at the colossus. That stings. $50 for a gold out of PSA 10s.
They're in the 2 HDA cases sold.
They did?
Yeah.
Yo, what just happened there? What just happened in the game?
I turned it off. That game's over.
Oh, we just dropped a punt and they got it back in like the 10-yard line.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Special teams Packers weakness.
Frank Gore, Julian's boy. Is
Frank Gore, absolute tank.
No, is that $36? I can't believe we just fumbled this punt.
The weakness, special teams.
Oh, this is John, right? Isn't this John?
Mm-hmm.
Look what we bought.
Shout out, John.
The Buffon green field level. Did you see this, Fernando Alonso?
I'm surprised at how expensive that was.
I am too.
I do not like the way that card looks.
It's a PSA 8 insert with like a really like 70s look. John, thanks for joining us at the end of this year. And yeah, those cases sold for $1,500. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely like what they're like worth around.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We only got 3 minutes left on this window. Man, I still can't believe I blew that worthy. There's also a 2014 gold. Bro, I feel like his stuff, like, do people even talk about him anymore?
Not really. I don't even know if he's doing anything crazy at PSG. I feel like there hasn't been much news on PSG in general.
Yeah. I agree with you, actually. And, ever since he missed that goal at the
it's going to haunt him.
At the World Cup.
2 assists.
Of course, the Vikings just score a touchdown, man. We give them the ball on the 8-yard line. We should have just blown that. We are still blowing them out, but it's frustrating. I know it's a super fractor, and maybe it's just me being a hater on 2021 Finest. I honestly cannot stand this design, Julian. I don't know how you feel, but I think it's ugly. Like all the random colors through it, taking away from half of the super fractor. Yeah,
too much.
It just feels like that's a lot of money to me, though. But also, I just don't like the card aesthetically. So I rarely buy and collect cards. I don't like the way that they look. It's very, very rare, and it's probably if it's like a main set that for some reason, it's a good pickup for a player.
Yeah, and I mean his stuff is pretty cheap, so like you could get a really nice card of his for that much money. So
I agree.
I'd go the other direction.
How about this Rafael Leao?
That's sweet. Color match.
It's a nasty red wave PSA 10 auto.
AC Milan is you see Pulisic scored his 6th goal of the season in Serie A.
I didn't really.
The most goals by an American in a season, which was previously held by Weston McKennie. So I mean,
wait, in Serie A, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In a season.
Yeah, I got you. But that can't be like all of like club football.
No.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he had more than goals than that back during the COVID year at Chelsea
when he was lethal.
Do you know his nickname? It was Lockdown Pulisic is what his name was.
That's funny.
This Halliburton's under 2K, but it is a BGS 7, so you gotta assume that plays a pretty large role in that card being under 2K. Dang, I was outbid on that Colas out of 10. That's fine. Hopefully I get that one. Trying to get that Odell for that giveaway. Hopefully we win that. Let me see how much Christopher Morel action PS. Oh, it just got bid. Say I'm a Brewers fan and one of the biggest Cubs haters you can find, but I know talent when there's talent, and Christopher Morel is a beast. Oh, do you know
Mutual
what?
respect.
I just realized that that's just the base rookie. I don't like. They must have switched how they do that now. I haven't followed Heritage for a bit. And this must just be Morel's base rookie, and someone has a 10 of it. And I would not be surprised if people bidding on this think that this is the action short print. I mean, I've been a Heritage fan for a long time, and I didn't really interact too much with Topps Heritage this year. I do have some Heritage high number we'll be breaking a couple cases at some point in Fanatics Live. But every year, the base rookies would be dual rookies in Heritage non-high number. And then the action foes would be action short prints. But this is not an action short print. So, yeah, Peg Junk, indeed, it would be a new coaster if I bought this for $20. That kind of is interesting to me and not what I would expect. So let's see. Did we get our giveaway? Did we get the Odell? The Odell's pretty darn dope. We did. So, yeah, David. There we go, David. But yeah, definitely. Odell giveaway 9/5 2015. This is sick. It's called Topps Diamond, Topps Chrome Diamond. It's of the catch against the Cowboys. Honestly, I kind of wish I had this one for myself too, but it's a sick card. What do you say?
Said similar colors too.
Exactly. It's awesome. That's a sweet card. So we're going to give that one away here live for all those who stuck around on New Year's Eve night. I know everyone's, on and about doing their thing, but I'm glad that some of you are here to try to get a chance at this Odell. And PSA 10 Colas Speckle Auto we got out of 99 like that. And this awesome 2022 Topps Project 70 of Shohei Ohtani, which I really like. It's got the mock-up signature right there from his original signature, which is super cool. And then PSA 9 on this one. And I love the plate at the bottom, like the gold plate name is super sick. So big shout out to Lauren Taylor for designing a heck of a card here.
Dan seems pretty confident here, saying that card is great. Will look good in my PC when I win. Well, Dan, let's hope Aaron doesn't choose you.
I think I might just have to choose him.
If he chooses you, there's a 0% chance you're winning that card.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Dan has won like a ton of giveaways, so I think I'm gonna play the odds and pick Dan because Dan always wins giveaways until I pick him. Then he won't.
Yeah, sorry, Dan.
One of Buddy Hield's biggest cards, actually.
Jeez, so much money.
Is he even doing that much with the Pacers this year? I mean, I know at one point he had the most threes in a career through first 5 seasons or something like that at one point. Of course, because Curry was injured a lot for his first 5 seasons. He's already 31 also. He was definitely an older draft pick. He's only averaging 13.2 this year.
He's been around a while, though. I feel like longer than most people realize.
I mean, it is his
1, 2, 3, 4,
it's
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he was drafted when he was
No.
This is his 10th season.
No, it's not. It's his 8th, bro. Dog, he played on multiple teams multiple times in his career. So you're counting 2 lines.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
1. Oh, yeah. So then it is 8.
Yeah, it's 8. I mean, but he was an older player at Oklahoma. He stayed longer too, I think. So, but this is his career low, I think, in points per game since he was a rookie. Since he's a rookie, this is career low he's averaging right now. He's shooting 38% from 3. Last year's at 42% from 3. So a little bit of a drop off this year for Buddy Hield. It probably is not a coincidence that comes with Tyrese Halliburton absolutely balling out. I don't think we've seen this card sell publicly though. So first time we've seen this, biggest card of Buddy Hield to sell. He actually, funny enough, like I said, had most threes in a career or through first 5 seasons of a career, which is a really, really weird. Oh wait, is he not on the Pacers anymore?
No,
he was a King.
No, he's saying when you watched him on the Kings.
Yeah. Did he get traded with the Hallie trade? Okay, got it now. Makes sense.
Yep.
I definitely agree.
David, I don't think you realize how much the Bucks have been choking.
I don't think you understand what happened actually the last 2-3 weeks. Have you paid attention in December?
No, I know that they've been on a hot streak.
They actually
I
score the
do know
most.
the Pacers knocked them out of the in-season tournament.
Okay,
baby.
yeah, and that's the last time the Pacers did anything relevant other than beat your Bulls.
Woo!
So here's the deal, though. The Bucks, kind of a cherry pick stat, but actually had the most points per game in the month of December out of any team in NBA history. Fun fact: 131.5 a game.
Very cherry-picked.
But it gets better because actually it's the fourth highest scoring month by a team at any month of the season ever. So the Bucks offense was insane in the month of December, other than Christmas Day, because they always have to, in big national TV games against Eastern Conference opponents, just not play their best game.
But I'd also like to say I'm sure that they have the record for most points given up in the month of December, because all of those games were like very
that's
pretty
not
close
true.
and well
That's
over
not
100.
true. That's okay. Well, yeah, no, they definitely are giving up over 100 points. What are you talking about? Most teams are.
No, well over 100.
Oh,
Let's
but
see here.
yeah. No,
to the Cavs, 122 to the Nets, 129 to the Knicks.
Bruh, I agree with you. Yeah, their defense is not the best, but if you great defense has or great offense has been great defense in recent years, like the Nuggets and Bucks, kind of going in on that same trajectory. It seems right now. So
How do you
we'll
let
see.
the Spurs and the Rockets score 119 points on you?
Yeah, but the Rockets have one of the best defenses, and how many we score on them?
I'm talking about defense right now.
I understand, but you do understand that the more you score,
wins championships.
Wait. Can you
Defense
understand that
wins championships.
the more possessions you have, the more points you score, the more possessions that the opposing team gets, right? You understand that?
Defense wins
So
championships.
naturally, the other team will likely score a bunch of points if you're scoring a bunch of points. It just has to be the margin has to be bigger for you. Julian, that's just fact. What was the score of the Bucks Rockets game?
I just got out of it.
We won by 9. It was 128 to 119.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Why is that embarrassing?
Because the Rockets are booty.
Julian, they have the best,
Spurs,
second best. Wait, stop. They have the second best defense in the NBA. Why is that embarrassing to score 15 points over what they give up per game?
Is this an actual stat? Second best defense in the NBA?
Yeah, they give up 109.7 points per game. The best team is the Timberwolves at 107.
Defense.
Every other team gives up over 110 a game. They give up the second least amount of points per game, the Rockets, and we score 129 of them.
Let's see.
Sort by points given up per game. It's second best behind the Wolves.
Ratings. According to NBA.com, defensive rating, it goes Timberwolves, Thunder, Magic, 76ers, Celtics, then Rockets.
Okay, well, they gave up the second least amount of points per game.
Yeah, cherry pick stat.
No, because they're still in the top 6 of whatever your sabermetric defensive rating is.
Okay, what happened with the Spurs?
We scored like 100. We scored like 145 on them. You do understand the more points you score, more possessions. You have to have a lot of possessions to score.
We kept them to 95 points.
The Spurs?
Yep.
Dude, I'm not trying to say that the Bucks defense is like goated or anything. I'm just trying to say that like if you drop 131 and a half a game, you're generally beating every opponent you play, no matter if you get up 115 to 125. It's just fact, which is why the Nuggets won the finals last year. The Nuggets did not have one of the best defenses, but they scored a ton of points.
Now are we comparing the Bucks to the Nuggets who won the championship?
I'm trying to tell you that it's a formula that actually works in the NBA now. That's all I'm saying.
Someone in the comments, please humble him.
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to really disagree with me is the thing. I agree with you. It can be problematic to when you get cold and you play a team like the Knicks and you can lose. Okay, it can be problematic, but we lost one game in the last 15.
Defense wins championships.
Skipping Shannon back. The Rockets have one of the best defenses in the NBA and they ain't winning nothing. So it goes to show that no, defenses does not win championships. You need a great offense along with a at least average to above average defense.
I guess we'll see.
We know that the Rockets aren't winning anything, and neither are the Knicks. And the Knicks also have a pretty solid defense, and their defense only gets better now, and they still won't win anything.
We're talking about the Bucks, right?
No, I'm talking about the Knicks. Give your thoughts on that trade as we watch this Neymar end here. I actually bought one of these way back when at PSN9 for like $30. Way back when.
On the Knicks trade?
Yeah.
I think that the Knicks got absolutely fleeced. Not saying OG's a bad player. I think he will contribute to the team, but that is quite a lot to give up. RJ Barrett and Quickly both averaging over 15 points a game. I think RJ Barrett has the potential to blossom into a star right next to Scotty. I wouldn't have played. They played that perfectly. The Raptors, their GM. And instead of taking this long process to rebuild, they're a pretty solid team in my opinion with those additions.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think that like it actually helps both teams with where they're at in their at each point in time. Now, I mean, I think at face value, you're right. It looks like the Knicks got fleeced, but remember they weren't going to re-sign Quickly this year. They like didn't offer him a qualifying offer before the season started, which likely they wouldn't sign him after the season. And RJ Barrett, like, I'm not going to lie, like he has been a kind of a thorn in their side in the playoffs. So I don't think that they were confident enough in RJ to help them get to where they need to go. But at the same time, I don't think that Randall is the piece that they need to get to where they need to go. I think Randall has equally been as bad in the playoffs or worse than Barrett has been. So I'm not saying that like Barrett was necessarily the only problem. I think Brunson, they got extremely lucky on that the Mavs didn't try to give him a massive offer or that Brunson just didn't listen to the Mavs. Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting trade. I think that it actually is one that maybe does help both teams as soon as this year. I think it kind of all comes down to how does Barrett progress, honestly, for the Raptors. Does he actually turn into a more efficient player? I think that's his only problem, other than maybe lack of some defense at sometimes. Gosh dang, are you serious? Jaden Reed got hurt, like out for the game hurt. Happens every time.
Why are you still playing your top?
That happened right at the end of the first half. Like it happened on his touchdown run, I think. He suffered a chest injury.
Got it.
Yeah. But we're about to score again, it looks like. So, back to this auction. I know we just kind of went off on a tangent for a second. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 101 foil fracture. What is going on here?
That's crazy.
Bro,
for a second, I thought that was Carvalho from far away, like not looking super in. But no, that's outrageous.
Yeah, it's terrible. SCP-7 picked up 1996 or not 1996, 1966 Topps Mickey Mantle number 50 PSA 5, and he picked up 2012 Fleer Veteran Intimidation Nation Sidney Crosby PSA 10. He says Marvel knockoff. They kind of turned these into like cartoon cards, and they did this back in 19 something with Michael Jordan cards. They turned him and Larry Bird, I think, into like a cartoon type of, or I should say animated type of animation design. So we are currently 8 minutes away from the 1 minute windows once 10 p.m. Central Time hits. We do have that sweet Odell Beckham Jr. to give away tonight, so don't go anywhere. If you stuck out this long on New Year's Eve, you might as well stick out longer, see if I can help you win an Odell Beckham Jr. Topps Chrome card. But it looks like that the auction is already starting to get down to it a little bit. Once 1 minute windows hits this, will likely go pretty fast here. Yeah, if anyone else has anything they're winning tonight, please let us know. I already got a couple wins tonight, which is cool to see. Love, nice, man. These corners on the Vikings are terrible, dude. They're just getting shredded. Ooh, this is kind of funny, Julian. I didn't see this. This was in the same auction. An in-person signed.
I did see that, and it seems like that's a lot of money.
I think we might have a nice versus card here or versus post here. Like, would you
rather? Oh gosh,
two of these or one of these?
That's hilarious.
So, would you rather have?
I love those posts where it's like, and we've also been doing a ton of those with the backup quarterback booms, where they're just like, dude, the comments crack me up, but people are actually buying these.
Right, $22,200 for the in-person Brady rookie auto, which he didn't have on card rookie autos in that set, so they got signed in person and certified. So you could get 2 of those, or you could get one of the Bowman Chrome Dream Gold Auto PSA 10s, number not 50. Let us know in the comments, what is your pick, the draft or the rookie? I don't know what I'd take.
The two rookies.
I'm not gonna lie, 2 rookies actually. I just think that this like looks bad. Like
it kind of looks like they X'd out his chest.
Yeah, like objectively it looks bad. I don't even really think that it looks like his autograph that much because you can barely see it as it goes into the darker surface. So I think I would legitimately just take that card just because it looks nicer. it just looks nicer. I mean, I'd rather have a nice looking card in my collection. I look at this and be like, do I really like looking at this? I don't think
I'd take the
so.
money.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. I go buy any other
No,
card I
yeah,
want.
I agree. If it was one or the other, I would take the draft because it's a pretty sweet looking card.
There we go.
I'm not a big fan of on card non-licensed
in
art.
person. I think that like in some scenarios are cool, and if you can get them for affordable amounts, and you can't maybe like afford like a really high end on card auto of your rookie of choice, then it's okay. But like like those ones that like look bad, and you're spending like 22 grand, it's like I'd rather just have something else at that point.
Well, yeah, but if I had a card, I'd get it signed by him. But like, I don't know if I'd be like, it's more sentimental to me because I'm like, oh, I got this signed, I'm gonna keep it, as opposed to like trying to buy one that someone else got signed in person. Because I feel like part of the nostalgia or like experience is getting it signed.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like that's like what makes like that type of stuff fun. Tom says it might just be a bad scan. I don't think it's just a bad scan. I actually think I'll try to get back to it quick. I actually think that the card is just extremely dark, and the blue Sharpie makes it look even like it just drowns into the card is really what it comes down to. Dude, our kicker for drafting in this kicker, he's not very good. And I guess you can look at the video here to see it maybe a little bit better than the scan. So like I guess maybe it does pop a little bit more if you hold it under super, super bright light, but like, it's not always gonna be under like massive fluorescent lights. But yeah, just not really crazy about how it looks. All right, so I think including Pokemon, and we got 4 minutes left now until the 1 minute windows. I gotta start to get set up here to run this giveaway for everyone. I gotta do it. I didn't do it within 100 episodes, but maybe by the end of 2023. That's my next goal.
2024.
I don't even know if then that will happen.
Yeah, it's probably won't.
Probably not.
I might need to change up my approach because I don't know if Jay's bidding on stuff tonight.
Yeah, true. This is an interesting one. Speaking of in-person,
very interesting card.
Yeah, no. So it's just like an energy card, but like this gentleman who I presume is like the creator of some type of character or the artist behind the character. Maybe it's even the artist behind Charizard himself.
Aaron, what's the artist's name?
Kagimaru Himeno.
Okay, that was actually very solid.
Yeah. I just didn't want to absolutely butcher it, so I took a second to read it before I just went for it. But yeah, I mean, I think he's the artist behind Charizard. I'd presume drew him on an energy card, and it's at $2,700. So that's pretty sick, actually. All right, pretty soon here, I'm gonna. Wow, that's a nice one, Varden. I did see that selling. He said he snagged the 2010 Buster Posey Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor. Solid pickup to end the year. Take a little bit of that James Cook money and put into a really nice, rare rookie of a legend of Hall of Famer. Got an Ovechkin, one of one, but printing play 2002 UD 05 tribute. That's a cool card, SCP. Considering that model is his 2005 rookie patch auto, I take it, which is why it probably is called the tribute. All right, let's maybe we'll get the giveaway comments going here early. So we'll give you all a few minutes. I'm until like 10:02 Central Time. Feel free to drop some comments, or drop some comments. Drop some number ones. Give us a number one in the chat to enter the giveaway for the Odell Beckham Jr. Topps Chrome Diamond. There it is.
Aaron's best odds yet.
These will be some good odds. I better do it. Everyone get those ones in here. Let's see at least like 15 names, 10 to 15 names. Come on. I know it's New Year's Eve, but someone out there wants to win a Odell Beckham Jr. tonight. Someone will win an Odell Beckham Jr. tonight. Are we down to? I guess we're not at the 1 minute windows yet, so it'll take us maybe after the first couple. Then we are down under 96 now. Thank you, everyone, for dropping your ones. We'll give you until 10:02 Central Time, so 3 more minutes.
How satisfying was it that the Broncos are eliminated from the playoffs after benching Russ?
I mean,
One of the most satisfying things I've seen this year.
that's what they call poetic justice, right?
They did him so dirty. I actually didn't have a problem with Sean Payton, but now I do.
No, they did him extremely dirty, dude. No way that you just kick him to the curb like that when he was the only reason why you're even half decent this year. Top 10 in passer rating, I believe, this season alone. And yeah, man,
him on the Falcons would be pretty cold.
I hope that's where he goes. I mean, I hope he goes somewhere where he can, like, be valued and try to help a franchise do better.
But if it's the same coach there, do not go to the Falcons.
No, yeah, get a new coach in there. I think what would help is getting on a new team and not having the whole, like, all these first round picks he was traded for, like this massive you know what I'm saying? Like, not having like that type of like pressure and talk hanging over his head. Like, he already was playing better this year, really well, actually. Won him a bunch of games after their defense gave up 80 points. So, like, it's just really ridiculous. I'm kicked out like that. But yeah, I'm excited to see him hopefully ball it somewhere else. I do like Russell. I know that he's got some people that don't really like him a whole lot, but I like him still ever since. Speaking of Russell Wilson, 2012 National Treasures Football Sealed Hobby Box, Russell Wilson rookie. Man, imagine this box of imagine this box of Andrew Luck never got hurt and retired. If Russell or RG3 never got hurt and obviously like end up retiring, maybe a lot more than $1,175.
Yeah, so it's cheap.
It's definitely a flag. It's definitely a flag on the Packers. We just hit a guy as he is sliding quarterback. All right, one more minute to get your number ones in. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I thought we were down to 24 cards. It's probably pretty soon here. Yeah, I think within this next window, Julian. So start to think about which card you're going to pick here.
I started thinking.
There's an 8x10 original photo of Babe Ruth.
That's my! Cool. I was literally just looking at that card.
Yeah,
or not card.
Photo. I'm gonna pick it. I'm picking it because it's so unique.
I thought you were going with the.
I already picked the Babe Ruth.
Wait, should we pick now?
Yeah, I'm picking the Babe Ruth. Let's go for it.
I'll go with the Whit Merrifield Superfractor. I don't even know who that is, but it's a Superfractor.
He was an all-star a couple years.
Okay, Superfractor. Someone go for that.
He was on the Royals. Now he's on the Blue Jays. He's an all-star this past season. Which
he was $88 cheap.
Yeah, I felt it was a little undeserved at the time. Because I thought that Wander Franco should have been starting, but now I'm not. But now I'm not as upset.
Belief anymore.
No, I'm not as upset now that Whit was the all-star instead.
Were Wander Franco evading the cops?
Yeah, jeez. I haven't heard something good come out of that story.
No,
I don't know. I don't know why it would change. And I know that there's still cards selling for multiple hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on them sometimes.
Dude, am I about to be out? You gotta be kidding me.
You might be.
No. Someone wants a Whit Merrifield.
You done?
No. Yes.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, nice. We got 15 names in here tonight for the giveaway. 15 names. I'm gonna get it. I'm bound to get it.
No. Well, we know who you're guessing, so apologies to Dan for typing in a 1.
Yeah, Dan, I'm gonna have to wait. I don't even see Dan's name on here. Oh no, Dan's name is in here. I'm picking Dan. All right, I'm predetermining it.
If you do it on the last day of 2023, I would lose my mind.
That'd be so funny. 33-10, man. Feels good. Now, here's the thing. Last year, we lost at home against the Lions and missed the playoffs. If we lose to the Bears to miss the playoffs this year, that'll be two very, very hard.
The Bears would be so bad.
Unfortunately, they're like kind of hot right now.
If you guys lose to the Bears,
bro,
that'd be so embarrassing.
It would be. Jordan Love can't let that be on his record. He can't let it be on his record, bro. Please. And also defense, please play up to how you did tonight, because actually played. Ooh, you toast.
At least I made it through the first window of us after I was guessing.
Yeah, we can't all be as good as I am at this.
This isn't as hard. The other one's skill. This is luck.
Okay, that's actually completely opposite, but okay.
No.
All right, we're gonna do the giveaway right now. As we wait for the next windows to end.
I'm sorry, Dan. Please come back again.
All right, here we go. 1, 2. All right, I got Dan, of course. Dan, I got you. Please get this.
I'm gonna go with Varden.
Yeah. Sorry,
Poor-
Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Wesley collects cards. Gets the W on the Odell Beckham Jr. Topps Chrome Diamond from 2015 BGS 95. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you everyone who joined the stream tonight. We are not done yet as we wait to see if I am going to guess the right item to end the year. Honestly, it's only fitting. I'm pretty good at this, not gonna lie. And big congrats to Wesley. I know you're here week in and week out, so really appreciate you. Really appreciate you being here and joining the stream all these days this year. And honestly, thanks to everyone who's here on New Year's Eve night. Not only that, but who's joined throughout the year every week. So we're looking forward to the exciting 2024. We got some exciting things on the way in 2024, and I hope you all are looking forward to it. Now, I am very much looking forward to going out with a bang here and getting Babe Ruth 8x10 as the last item, and the Packers winning this game very soon here. Game's done. 3 minutes left. We're up by 23. I gotta see Jordan Love's official stats from the night.
Just gotta wait until all the Packers fans are like, he's better than Aaron Rodgers.
I like him more than Aaron Rodgers because his demeanor's way better. Rodgers.
Well, no, Aaron Rodgers' demeanor was fine for a period of time.
Oh wow, Justin Jefferson just had an absolutely insane catch. He only got 1 foot down, but wow, is that guy good? When are you both going to be in the studio? So Peg Junk, we actually are both in the studio every so often for break streams right now. Julian was just here on Friday actually for our Disney stream at Fanatics Live. A Sunday stream might not be for a little bit, but Julian, you might be in a new location your next stream here. Why don't you talk about that as we end this?
Yes.
Share as much or as little as you want.
Starting on Tuesday, I will be making the long journey, and I am going to India, where I will be for just under 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2.5 weeks or so.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. I'm gonna try and be on these streams while I'm in India. We'll see. I'm gonna have to test it out once I get there. But yeah, SlabStox across the world, baby. I know Aaron's done it in England. We're hitting all the countries.
Actually, pretty cool to have. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, have some streams from India. So yeah, safe travels to you though. I know it's a long trip, and
yeah, you know what's crazy is we were talking about it earlier because the time change and like the long trip. Leaving Tuesday, we get there Thursday.
Are you serious? Like you kind of skip a whole day in the air?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That gives me that kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
4th and 4. Come on, man. There. Oh my gosh, he literally just threw a ball like to our player for a touchdown. So
you're about to lose. You're about to lose.
No, I think with the Packers. I'm like, no way.
No, not the Packers. Yeah.
It's a tough look for me.
Yeah. What a way to end 2023.
All right. All right. Well, something beat the Brady. It was a Pokemon Championship Tournament prize master ski. Ha! Brady got beat.
Are you taking that or the Brady? That key's looking real nice.
Looking real good.
Looking real good. Very valuable.
All right. Well, what a fun 2023. Once again, thank you for myself, SlabStox, and I'm sure Julian as well, right, Julian?
Yes, of course.
Thank you everyone for coming to tonight's episode and all of the episodes this year. 52 down. Next year we will be back for more, and we cannot wait to see you back here on the SlabStox YouTube channel for SlabStox Sundays, 9:45 p.m. Eastern time every week. We'll see you then. And also
we'll air and edit in 2024.
I hope so. And also be safe everyone tonight and in 2024 too. Appreciate you guys always, and we'll see you next year.